future.
Let's expand on this sport as the UFC tries to continue to expand. Do you feel like they've done a good job of building this sport in Europe?
Yeah, I think they're doing even a better job of it. We saw a card not too long ago in Dublin, and Conor McGregor wasn't on that card, and he was really disappointed that he could not be. You're going to start seeing that. You're going to start seeing with a popular champion like a Conor McGregor. We saw a card in Stockholm, Sweden, where Alexander Gustafsson is from, and we saw him lose, by the way, to Rumble Johnson that night, and that was a very big disappointment for them because I do remember the time change that they had to do that to try to get the American TV viewer to watch that pay-per-view. That's where it gets tricky a little bit that we don't think about. Those guys are basically fighting at 4 in the morning over in Sweden that day. So think about trying to get your body clock ready.
Absolutely.
Getting the fan base out there to watch it. But really, it's all about the pay-per-view dollars when you have these big cards. Now when you have a fight pass, because it's not necessarily a pay-per-view, you can keep it more to the local time frame. And I think that's going to pay off for the UFC. Look, they're trying to do their best job of, again, getting down there to Brazil, getting to Dublin, getting to Germany, going to different places, getting to Vancouver, getting to British Columbia, wherever they can go to try to get these cards that are not just in Las Vegas. Yes, the big cards primarily are in the United States, which we love.
For sure.
But also some of the smaller events like these, they're trying to grow the sport in Europe and elsewhere, and I think they're doing a pretty good job of it.
UFC absolutely does a great job of giving you fights week in and week out, and also some compelling matchups as well.
Yeah, I mean, you do see it in boxing, but they don't promote it in boxing like they do the UFC. So under the UFC umbrella, think about how hard that must be to coordinate this. They do a really good job, I believe, of trying to get out there to as many different countries and cultures as they can get to so they can see their product. And in the end, it's why it's a $4 billion industry.
UFC Fight Night in Germany on Saturday.